Whoa! Hold it right there. Before assuming this is a video explaining why Paper Mario the Origami King is horrible, I hate to disappoint you, but it's not that kind of video. The game does actually look somewhat promising, and even though initially I wasn't sure what to think, I have some excitement for the game. I can't tell if it's good or bad now because I'm still so unsure about that, but the thing is, even though the trailer has an excellent like to dislike ratio, I've seen so many concerns expressed on Twitter and YouTube. I've seen some saying we're never gonna get a successor to the Thousand Year Door, and some even going as far to say, great, Sticker Star 3. But there's a reason why there's a concern, and this leads to the topic of the video, and that is the problem with Paper Mario the Origami King. Join me in this video to unfold what's going on with the game, and why there's some controversy going on with the game.
Let's go!
Give you a little bit of my history with the Paper Mario series. Super Paper Mario was the first game I played, but I didn't play much of it to be honest. I did like what I played though. I really need to replay it. I played a good amount of Sticker Star, hated it, and didn't touch it again after the 4th or 5th world. I played Color Splash only because it was on sale when Walmart was clearing out Wii U inventory, and I heard good things about it. And while it's better than Sticker Star, the game is super easy, the character design is lazy, and the battle system is monotonous. Literally, this is the worst battle system I've ever used. I didn't like it. And that leads me to my favorite game in the series and many others, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. This game is outstanding. It has excellent gameplay, a compelling story, fun and unique characters with unique designs and personalities, interesting locations to explore, and excellent dialogue. That's my Cliff Note review of the game, but the Thousand Year Door is an outstanding game, and I understand why people have been screaming for a successor. I'm of the opinion that a game can still be great, even if it strays away from a traditional formula. I know a lot of people who wanted an open world 3D Mario on the Wii U, but we got Super Mario 3D World, a linear 3D Mario game. I love Super Mario 3D World because it's a great game. It may not be open world, but it's great for what it is. You could say the same for Super Paper Mario. Needless to say, Paper Mario the Origami King has the possibility of being a good game. It also has the possibility of being a bad game. The problem is, I don't know how to feel about it. The problem with Paper Mario the Origami King's trailer is just how vague it is. We get an idea of what the story is, and an idea of what some of the locations are along with a few gameplay mechanics, but man, the trailer itself is so vague when it comes to the most important aspect of the game, the gameplay. When Paper Mario Color Splash was revealed, it was blatantly obvious from day one it was a sequel to Sticker Star, and it ended up being just that. But here, I left with more questions than answers. There's no doubt in my mind that Nintendo knows the backlash Color Splash received, and sales were not good for that game, and fans detested it. I would have assumed they would have highlighted the things that fans were begging for, such as partners in a great battle system, but they didn't really highlight any of it. We only got a few seconds of footage of characters following Mario in the overworld, and the battle system, and that's why it was confusing. I think actions speak louder than words, so what I decided to do was create some mock trailers of games you've probably played so you can get an understanding of what I mean by vague when it comes to the trailer. Weren't those trailers a little bit confusing? You only got an idea of what the world themes were and what the games were like. The important questions weren't answered. When the trailer for Super Mario Odyssey dropped, you knew exactly what it was. It was a return to the sandbox 3D Mario games. But to be honest with you, I really have no idea of what kind of game Origami King is. I've watched the trailer many times, and here's what I've gathered. So there's some good news and there's some bad news. The game doesn't look like a return to form, but it doesn't look like it'll be Sticker Star 3. I'm guessing it's going to be its own thing once again. But the strange part is, it does look like partners will be in the game, but Nintendo didn't highlight them. They just showed characters following Mario, but didn't clarify it by showing their abilities or them in battle. And speaking of the battle system, there was something that said shiny boots. Do we have to worry about stickers or cards coming back, or is it just an upgrade to Mario's boots? A trailer is supposed to hype up the fans and answer important questions when it comes to a game, and Origami King didn't really do that, and that's a problem with the game. We really don't know what it's trying to be, and this is solely the trailer's fault. The game could be completely different. That about sums up the main problem with Paper Mario the Origami King, at least for the trailer. As for my thoughts on it, I said earlier that I have some excitement for the game, and it could be good. And while that's true, there are some things I saw in the trailer that I really liked, and some things that I saw that I really didn't like. So starting off with the positives, I really like the story. Instead of Bowser being the villain yet again, there's a new villain who is a leader of an origami cult, recruiting Bowser's minions to go against him. I am so glad to see Nintendo go in a direction that seems so foreign to the Mario series. It's dark, interesting, and has a lot of potential. With the theme of cults and paper, I hope they have some recycling thrown into the mix. We'll title this game Paper Mario About to be Recycled. I also like some of the locations in the game. The Arabian-inspired location with Sniffets looked really cool, and the Autumn location as well. There are some that are generic, like the forest and stuff like that, but overall, I like the ideas here. And it's hard to tell, but I heard the battle system is similar to the first two games with a twist. If that's true, that would be great. But Nintendo has been so vague about how it actually works. It seems like they're hiding something. I'm not saying that they are, but I'm not saying that they aren't. And it seems that partners are back, which is good, but there unfortunately seems to be a lot of compromises with the game. So getting into the negatives, the battle system does have the possibility of using stickers or cards. Like I said before, when I saw the shiny boots thing, that worried me. But like I said, it was very vague, so it could go either way. But there is some stuff that's definitely clear as day, and I gotta say, if there are truly partners, these assumed partners really suck. The main reason why people love the partners in the first two games is because they took existing Mario characters and gave them unique designs and personalities. You got Goombella, who's an aspiring archaeologist, who is very smart, but also sassy. You have Koops, who is shy, but a kind-hearted Koopa who aspires to be like Mario. You got a boisterous Flurry, and so many others. But what do we got here? Here's a Babam named Babam. You got Kamek, and you got Toad! Miyamoto approved. If you want vanilla Mario, play New Super Mario Bros. 2 for God's sake. But Paper Mario, it's supposed to be unique. It's supposed to be different. Having such boring partners ruins so much of what made partners great. And finally, just like the last two games, it seems Nintendo is completely tone deaf when it comes to the reason why people love Paper Mario. As Arlo said, we don't love Paper Mario because it's paper. We love it because it's Mario's story. And I agree completely. The art style is great. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't mind some minor paper mechanics either. The Thousand Year Door in Super Paper Mario had stuff like the paper airplane and changing dimensions, but oh my gosh, it is so obnoxious here. Making a few self-aware fourth wall breaking jokes can be funny, but when that's a good chunk of the humor, it gets pretty annoying. We saw it in Sticker Star, we saw it in Color Splash, and we're seeing it again here. It's like Flintstones rock jokes, but cranked up to 11. But the Flintstones was actually entertaining. This is just obnoxious at this point. And finally, I checked Nintendo's website for the description of the game, and my worst fears came true when I saw two words I don't want to see together when it comes to Paper Mario. Action, adventure. I'm concerned that the story of the Origami King taking over the Mushroom Kingdom will be short, cutscene towards the beginning, not engaging, and the game is going to have the same sort of weird gameplay thing Sticker Star and Color Splash had. Is it a platformer or is it an RPG? It doesn't know what it wants to be. That about wraps it up for the video. Haha, get it? Paper? I'm not gonna lie, after writing the descriptions about the Thousand Year Door partners, I got a little bit fired up. I miss the creative characters so much. But don't think all I feel is doom and gloom about the game. The game does look like it could be good. Even though the game is not a complete return to form, it looks like it could be good in its own right. Maybe it just had a bad first trailer and it'll take a 180 and impress me with the second. The best way I can describe how I feel about the game is, like many others, cautiously optimistic. I like many elements of the game, but I also dislike many. Not enough is known about the crucial elements in the game, like the battle system and partners. I don't think I've ever been so conflicted about a game in my life. If you are excited and like the game, that's great, but if you're disappointed, that's fine too. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion and shouldn't be shamed because of it, but I'm gonna be completely honest, it still boggles my mind Nintendo doesn't get Paper Mario. Fans have been screaming for a Thousand Year Door successor for over a decade, and they're still doing weird experimental stuff with it that no one really asked for. They did Sticker Star, fine. Sometimes new ideas don't work out. Then they did it with Color Splash, not fine because it didn't work out the first time and fans hated it. And now this? I'm hoping it'll be good. I really do. I'm hoping it'll have the story and gameplay that follow the first two games, with maybe some of the paper mechanics from Sticker Star and Color Splash thrown in. But in the end, I'm so confused. But if anything, Paper Mario was confirmed to be true, so it's putting a lot more weight for those 3D Mario remasters. Oh, I can't wait to see those. But anyways, I'm Demeech, and keep calm and dada on.